All right, let's listen to this.
I don't see anything why his continued detention, quite frankly, especially as the courts have granted him bail. Government must obey the law. Rule of law is an intrinsic asset that we must cherish and live with. And I've said I'm going to discuss with every agitator. And I use the same opportunity to play to government to ensure that all those who are in similar conditions are released and discussed with. We're a democratic government. We shouldn't be doing things that are arbitrary and not within the law.
All right, so they're talking about Nnamdi Kanu, Peter
Kanu.
Obi, SLAMS, Insecurity. He demands for Nnamdi Kanu's release. What we're hearing, this next story, we're going to cover this. We're going to talk more about that. What we're hearing is that most people that are locked up in Nigeria, in the Alagbons, in the Kirikiris, in the Kuje, I think it's called Kuje prison, that majority of people, Kuje, in those facilities are innocent people that have been forgotten there. That's what we're hearing. And Nnamdi Kanu is a person who was actually granted bail and is being held. I get it. There's a lot of other things going on here that I don't fully understand. But what do you think about what Peter Obi just said?
I agreed with him in totality. And, we have canvassed such a position, a similar position on this platform in the past. And we will continue to stand for, such suggestions. Because you come to think of it, the way the Nigerian state continues to treat people of Igbo descent falls below the mark of respect for the dignity of the human person. And then you set conditions that are almost
impossible,
unattainable for their participation, politics of inclusion in the Nigerian space. And then it's almost like you telling them you don't want them, and then you don't give them the option of also keeping their own space. But I don't also want to believe that that is the general consensus, because personally, I do not see why the Igbo person will not be given access to contest the Nigerian presidency and be allowed, within certain arrangements, protected, to come into that office. The average Igbo person is enterprising. The average Igbo person embraces community life. But you jettison all that. And then things begin to happen. Almost, how many years? 54 years, for crying out loud, after the Nigerian Civil War. It's almost like we cannot even manage the peace, talk less of winning the peace. And then these people they got creative, they got so imaginative, and then they are demanding respect for their person. They are asking for inclusion in the Nigerian project. As an alternative to that, they are also agitating for an independent nation. Nobody should stand for lawlessness. But in this case, these people, they were well organized, articulate, and for an individual like General Muhammadu Buhari himself, a principal lawbreaker, a coup plotter, supplanting constitutional governance in Nigeria as a military coupist, is now standing in judgment. I've never seen this kind of situation in which a cow thief will begin to judge, will preside over the affairs of somebody who has stolen a mere fowl. And so this is the same man who lacks imagination, who lacks creativity, the same principle that he applied in trying to kidnap Umaru Diko, the late Dr. Umaru Diko, in 1984, having spread all kinds of slander and propaganda against to smear the image of that man. It's the same person now that used the same tactics with active connivance of Kenyan undercovers, agents, to bring Nnamdi Kanu to Nigeria. And the court ruled that this is wrong, is unlawful. And do not forget, he also holds dual citizenship. Whatever he's been doing in a peaceful way was twisted propaganda churned out as if it's not a freeborn Nigerian. Who does that? You go to all kinds of extreme lengths to dehumanize your own citizen. No responsible government does that anywhere today. So what we're saying, and in agreement with His Excellency, Mr. Peter Obi, very unusual of me to talk of excellency, but in agreement with the former Governor Peter Obi, is that the courts have granted this man bail. Let him go. Let him go. And for President Tinubu, there must be a creative response to this, which is a robust political solution.
Right.
Let go the young man. They said, oh, they won't let him go because he jumped bail before. He never jumped bail. He was respecting the terms, and then they sent
and run out.
Yeah, he was harassed. They sent killer squad after him. They killed people in his compound. People were slaughtered and killed. And then, are you saying this guy deserved? Was wrong to have chosen the option of staying alive, running for his dear life? I do not understand the Nigerian system anymore. But Tinubu should stop inheriting other people's prejudices and evil. Tinubu should be a man of himself. Buhari and his fellow travelers have done enough damage to the Nigerian system. We are not respected anywhere anymore because of people like Buhari and co. We don't even know where those kind of people, yes, they say they are Nigerians. We don't even know the planet from which they dropped on Nigeria. They messed the whole place up for everybody. And now, productive youths with energy who should be engaged in looking for credible and positive and progressive solutions to the myriads of problems faced by that nation have been locked up. That is on that side. But then when they claim that, a majority of people in Nigeria prisons and what have you, yes. But to a population of 230 million, supposedly, because I don't even know what to believe about Nigeria's population, because people will cook up all kinds of figures in order to have excess stuff through which they would steal the country's resources. You think they are taking care of a human resource of the nation? No. When they give you such bogus figures, something will end in their pocket by way of fraud or corruption. So, whatever the population is, to the Nigerian population, the number of people in the prisons, not even up to, if my record serves me right, I don't want to really speculate around this, but I don't think they are even up to 80,000 in Nigerian prison system today. Yet, crimes happen in Nigeria every day. People get killed every day. You find kidnappings and all that because people are made to just they are given that a back slap. They are just given a pat on the back for all sorts of crimes in Nigeria. The system is not serious about combating crimes. I'm not saying you should go after everybody, but for serious criminals, not the people who go steal a corn on the field or on the farm because of hunger, but all these heavy looters like Yahya Bello, like Buhari himself, like Emefiele, they all should be serving terms right now. And then you are saying the prison is congested, is over. Where? The Nigerian prison system is underserved. But I pray to continue to act within the ambit of law. I don't want to end up there. And for any other person who wants to be logical and reasonable, the prison is not a good place for anybody to be. So we must all stay out of trouble. But for those who would not continue, who will continue to make sure that Nigeria does not enjoy peace, does not have prosperity, the heavy looters, the killers, the murderers, all kinds of characters, evil people, they should be sent to prison. But let Nnamdi Kanu go. Let him go. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much for that. All right. Me, I'm just still learning this stuff, you know. It does sounds like a lot of foul play, mega foul play going
Oh,
on
yes.
with that story.
Who says that
So,
Buhari's past sins cannot be brought back? Should he not be tried for plotting a coup in that Nigeria? He said he has immunity. Immunity, my foot. Nonsense.
speaking of immunity, do us a favor, hit the like button, share, subscribe, and follow. Turn up your notifications so you're notified whenever we go live. If you like that story, I don't know about like, but if you find it interesting, please check this next one out. We'll be right back.